it's my duty and privilege to explain about our school through this video. Madam, before getting into it, let me explain our school's name. D stands for discipline, O obedience, B buoyancy, brilliance and success. Our school was established in the year 2013. Our founder, our president, Mrs. Maragavan, retired PGT of Kendriya Vidyalaya Air Force School, Sulu, and our chairman, Mr. V.R. Yadasamika, retired Government School Headmaster, TRA School. Even at the age of 80, they are active participants in the public service. Our school is located in a village called Iranadam, and the student strength is mostly from the village around our school. And we have produced 100% results in the CBSE board examination in all the 2 boards of grade 10. And let me take you to the virtual tour of the public school. We have 2 entrances, and this is gate 2 in which the vehicles enter inside. Here we have the western compound wall. We have the western boundary there. This is the compound wall, and this is block 3. As I said, this is gate 2 in which the vehicles enter. We have a main board here, and here is the main gate. Here we have the western compound wall. It extends like this. This is the main door of our school, and here we have gate 1. Our western compound wall is here. This is our main entrance. This is the parking slot, and we have a hand wash area there. Here we have the northern boundary of our compound. Here we have the main gate. We have a disinfectant truck for the visitors to enter inside. This is the northern compound wall. This is our main block, block A. Here we have placed a sanitizer stand for the visitors to sanitize their hands. We have a thermal meter here. This is the northern wall takes a turn here, and we have the western compound wall. Here we have a room for girls, and we have kept a hand wash. This is a girls' toilet, and even we have the western toilets here. We have hand wash. Here we have wellness room and counseling room. We have a refrigerator for emergency purposes. And here we have the wellness room. So we have a cot, and the materials which is required for the emergencies. Even we have a restroom here for the sick people. Here we have counseling room. So the counselors will be here to counsel the students. This is the pathway for the ground. We have a ground here, and this is block B. These are our school vehicles. And now we are behind gate 2 where we have started this video. We have a security cabin here with a genset. We have the buckets for fire safety here. The ramp for the primary students to get in, and this is a primary block. Now we are at the assembly hall. So here we have 4 teams of our school. They are Olympia, Athens, Trojan and Sparta. So this is a ground with 200-meter track. We have a staff restroom here. A staff restroom here for the ground floor teachers. We have the classrooms for grade 1 and 2 in the ground floor. And this is a pathway for the first floor. So we have the classrooms painted colorfully. Now we are entering into the math lab, and you can see the CCTV camera fixed in each floor to monitor the students as well. And here in each floor we have the sanitizer stand. We have a well-equipped math lab, and we have the materials displayed here from primary to secondary. We have materials for the students to enjoy learning mathematics. And we have related the paintings of this room with the real world so that the students can easily identify that math is everywhere. So from these paintings, we can even explain the symmetry and even the 3D shapes, irregular shapes according to the process. Here we have grade 2, a sample classroom for grade 1 and 2. As I said, have sports room, and we have displayed some quotes regarding sports. And here's Mr. Madan Kumar, a PET. So here we have the materials to find the height, weight, and these are the achievements done by our students. And here we have Health and Wealth, HEP files and Halo India files, and these are all the materials which can be used for athletics. And here we have the other materials like cricket materials and balls, rockets. Now we are moving to the first floor. These are the classes in first floor, and all the classes have 2 doors. Here I have a water doctor, and this is the boys' restroom for the first floor. We have taps for hand wash, and the restrooms along with the urinals. Next to that, we have the girls' toilet. This will be used by the primary kids. Here we have urinals as well as the restrooms. We have the water taps here. Show the restrooms, please. Yes. So the ground view from the first floor. We have another staff here to get down. Each floor we have the water point, and let me show a sample class of this floor. This is grade 3C. All the other classes are very similar to this class. As I said, we have 2 doors in each class. Here we have kids library, which we have inaugurated this year, and we have nearly 300 books here, and we have the main library in block A, and this is kids library which will be used by the primary students. We have a CCTV camera here also in the corridors. And now we have a special space for table tennis so that the students can play without any disturbance. This is a top view of our ground. So here we can witness the 200-meter track, and we have a football court and even the handball court, and we have an elevated ground there, and there we have the basketball court for primary, and we have Coco court for girls and Coco court for boys, and we have volleyball and throw ball, and we have even the long jump pit there, And here we can see the southern wall of our school. Southern compound wall of our school is here, and here we can see the hill which is very near to our school, which makes the environment of our school even better. Maximum number of trees were planted by the students. And here, as an eco club activity, our students have placed pots for the birds to quench their thirst. Even this was allotted class-wise. So number of trees planted by the students will be taken into account, and the awards will be given every year. And as we have seen, this is our 200-meter track. We have conducted rally with our students for avoid plastics, and that was also done as a part of Scouts and Guides. So from that, even our students are not using plastics in our school. Here we have the long jump pit. As I told you, this is the elevated ground. And here we could see the southern compound wall. So this is the primary basketball court, and there we have the football court, throw ball and volleyball. So there we can see the compound wall. Here we have the coco court for boys and girls, and here we have the throw ball and volleyball court, and we can see the compound wall there. It ends there and it comes like this, and this is the southern compound wall. This is another restroom for boys which is under construction. This is the parking slot for teachers. Here we have a TV to display the achievers of our school, and here we have the achievers board. So laurel gems of Dobbs is being displayed here. They are the toppers of grade term examination of 2019-20, and here we have the staff room for gems. This is the ground floor of block A, and here we have the office. We have kept a sanitizer even here, and this is our administrative office. And here we have a board to display the expansion of Dobbs. Here we have the principal's cabin. Here we have displayed the achievers of Olympiads and spell bee competition. And even we have got the winners in Swatch India contest. And they are the achievers in sports. So we have under 10 football team, and we have district rolling trophy for Coco girls, and even we have winners of Sahodaya skating, and the students have got many prizes in the athletics and sports, which is conducted in the school. And this is my cabin. And now we have two classes in the ground floor. We have water time culture in our school. Exactly by 11:15 and 3 p.m. we'll be giving a bell, and all the students and teachers, caretakers, and even the drivers will drink water for their water time bell. Here is the activity room. The stock register for activity room. And here we have the band materials. The excellent band team is here in the school. And next year we have a plan to introduce the band for even girls. So these are the instruments of band, a school band. Here we have some musical instruments like guitar, a violin, tabla, and here we have the drums. We have displayed the keyboards here. And these are the artwork done by our students. So we have conducted the art exhibition last year along with the Independence Day, in which students have displayed their artwork. And here we have some craft work and even the glass paintings. Here we have a sample class of grade 10, that is for secondary. Here we have the language corner, in which all the three languages like Hindi, English and Tamil, the posters and the work done by the students will be placed. We have a suggestion box here for the students to place their suggestions. And here we have a water doctor. This is way 2 of us. Block A to go into the first floor. Here we have the staff room for women. Each floor has the fire extinguishers. We are placed. Now we are moving to the first floor. Here, this is the first floor, block A. Here we have a CCTV camera, and here we have the fire extinguisher set in front of every lamp. And now we are going to enter into the biology lab.
Namaste, welcome you.
She is Ms. Rajasundari, a PGT for biology. Please over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Please, first of all, you can just see our stock register. It is here. And in this stock register, we have charts, models, specimen copies, specimens, and also some chemicals, and also a lot of apparatus which is required for doing, and my lab, whatever the thing, everything is recorded here and means our stock register. Yes, and we have a lot of specimens and also models for our children to teach, and here are some specimens we have kept both in flora and fauna, and these are the specimens which comes under the reptilia kingdom, and this is our respiratory system labs. And here we have certain specimen which is both for plants and animals, and we have Nephrolis, germination of seed, and agaricus we have, and the tapping system modification, and also we have some test tubes and electronic balance for weighing. And both to below we have certain specimens inside, where you can see a lot of specimens inside for our children, and this gives them a good feeling that they are seeing very naturally. And we have spirit lab, we have certain chemicals and models, and certain things are kept on the thing where you can see a lot of other items which is displayed, and also children learn the metamorphosis of frog, and even we have certain specimens here, and these are some apparatus which is required for doing the retention capacity of water, the moisture content in the soil, and also we have two microscope, we have permanent slides where you can see, and sometimes the children also will take the section from the onion root tip or from the flower, the main part of the, and then they display it and they can see it. And here we have the slide, cover slip, and also wash glass, and the dissection boxes here over there where they can dissect. And even we have certain hydrophytic and the xerophytic animals, and certain or you can say the prawn, which is comes under the echinodermata where the exoskeleton. So everything is preserved and well suited for the children to learn more. And also we have got certain chemicals where we have got symptomanometer, the BP apparatus to test, and we have certain chemicals where they can go for the boric acid, which is very good for the pollen germination. And we have got agar-agar medium where we can grow the microorganism, and also the starch soluble test. So salivary amylase, so when they want to test, they can use this starch test. And we have got some staining reagent like acetocarmine and safranide, where they can use it for staining the plant materials like parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, and acetocarmine is there for the nucleus. So the stains will get more of, the nucleus will get more stain due to acetocarmine. And also we have got phelling solutions, and the eosin, yellow, iodine, especially for iodine test for starch. And also we have skeletal system, human skeletal system, where the children can touch and feel. And moreover, we have a lot of charge which is displayed, and the carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, and nitrogen cycle. And we are learning our whole body, which is the human body, where you have got the section of a lot of system, digestive system, respiratory system, and then the circulatory system, where the children will feel they are as if they are learning their own body with the help of the chart. So we have got heart. The heart has got 4 chamber, and then you have got 2 auricle and the 2 ventricle. And also if you come to the heart, you have got inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, where you get. And then you got digestive system, where you have got the full body. So right from mouth to the anus, the children will learn how our food is getting digested. And also you got the nitrogen and the oxygen cycle and carbon cycle and amount of percentage of carbon and nitrogen in the atmosphere. And here we have the human respiratory system chart, where the people now at the corona time, how things get affected. That all we can explain to the respiratory system and how to be very safe. And what sort of exercise they have to make in your excretory system, that is inhalation and exhalation. So all these things they will learn. So we have got a 2 lungs, a pair of lungs, bronchi, and then you have got the bronchioles. And come to the circulation. So how our circulation system works with the help of the heart, and the heart how it pumps through the aorta, it pumps all the purification of blood to all parts of the body, and from the inferior and superior you got the venous, the vena cava where it brings. So our heart circulates the blood, and for purification it goes to the lungs for purification, and once the lungs purify, the purified blood comes to the heart, and once again it moves all around the body. And here also the heart, you can see the sectional view of all that. So a T is of transection of the heart is displayed here, and you have got the liver and the kidney, which is removing the waste material from our body. And here we have got the eye. So even eye model is here, where you can see the eye and the brain model, the DNA model, the heart, the starfish, the PGN dissection, and also no heart where they can use it. And skeletal system, which forms the framework of our body, both the muscle and the skeletal system makes up the whole. And when we come to respiratory, already I said about respiration. Now to talk about the plants, we have got the pollination chart, where without pollination no life, otherwise no agriculture at all. So pollination is very, very important. So where we have to specify the importance of agriculture. And last we have the brain. So with all we have a lot of equipments where the children can learn thoroughly, and also learning by doing, where they can keep up their knowledge. Okay, their knowledge. Thank you. Namaste.
Here we have a computer lab. As said, we have a fire extinguisher in front of the computer lab. So this is computer lab 2. She is Miss Prabita, a computer teacher. Over to you, ma'am.
Namaste. This is our second computer lab. This is set for senior secondary students. Here we have 20 systems. And here we have a switch. All systems are connected with LAN. We have made in a stock register. These are the systems available in this lab.
We have the additional classes for the senior secondary year. Here we have additional classroom 1. This is additional classroom 2. Can you move? Here we have the additional classroom 3. 4 team boards. As said in the assembly hall, we have Olympia, Athens, Trojan and Sparta. And these team boards will be maintained by the team captains along with their students. And here, this is the way 1 for the first floor. We have used way 2 for the first floor. We can use even this way. And here in the steps we have written the mathematical tables. So it is helpful for the students to remember the mathematical tables. Now we are entering into floor 2. Here we have a notice board in which the children's artwork is displayed. Here we have a fire alarm on the second floor. And we have some fire extinguishers in this floor, and this floor consists of all the labs. Again, here we have a washroom for girls. We have an incinerator fixed in this floor, as this will be used by the secondary students. Here we have a washroom for boys. We have the urinal stool. This is our second floor, where we have physics lab, chemistry lab, computer science and library. And now we are entering into the physics lab. She is Mrs. Murugeshwari, a PGT Physics. Over to you, ma'am.
I'm Mrs. Murugeshwari and my qualification is MSc B.Ed MPhil and I have 15 years experience in teaching. So physics learning will be started by doing the experiment. This is the place which will enhance the students' knowledge. This apparatus is optic bench which will be used to find out the focal length of the lens. So this is lens holder and this is screen. So this is the apparatus. This is sonometer. So this is the apparatus used to find out the frequency of the unknown tuning fork. Yes, this is the apparatus. It's a tuning fork. So many tuning forks are there with different frequency. So the same the optical bench screen is there. This is a wooden scale. This is spectrometer and this is mercury lamp. This is the instrument used to study about the spectral lines. So along with that, this is prism grating. So by using this instrument, the basic concept of optical phenomenon of light can be studied. This is inclined plane. By using this apparatus, we have to study about the coefficient of friction. So by using this line, we can change the angle. This is resonance quorum apparatus. So by using this, we learn the concept resonance. So the remaining apparatus are kept here. So tuning fork with the rubber pad is there. Here the voltmeter, galvanometer and then ammeter were arranged. That is sodium vapor lamp with a transformer and then eliminator were arranged here. Tuning fork and the rubber pad is arranged. The same instrument, inclined plane with the roller setup is there. This is screw gauge, spherometer, vernier caliper, The same instrument, optical range. As sonometer, use the apparatus, we have to find out the unknown frequency of the tuning fork. So this setup is a simple pendulum. By using this, we can calculate acceleration due to gravity. Stop clock is there. This is calorimeter and stopwatch. This setup is used to find out Newton's law of cooling. This is spring, slotted weight, and then stopwatch. So this setup is used to find out the spring constant. This is unit, so which is kept in stand. So by using this setup, this is capillary tube. Using this setup, we can find out the coefficient of viscosity. So multimeter, this is transistor characteristics kit. So in which the millivoltmeter, micrometer, milliammeter and the voltmeter, everything is built in inside the kit. Using this one, we can learn about the characteristics of the transistor. This is meter bridge, battery eliminator, galvanometer, one-way key, voltmeter, rheostat, two-way resistance box. This is unknown resistance coil. By using this setup, we can find out the unknown resistance of this coil. This is potentiometer, voltmeter, eliminator, high resistance, then galvanometer, Lagrange cell, Daniel cell, jockey, resistance box. Using this setup, we can find out, compare the EMF of the two cells, Lagrange cell and Daniel cell. This is traveling microscope. This is supporting stand knife edges. This is scale. This is slotted weight. By using this setup, we can find out the Young's modulus of this beam. That is, elasticity can be calculated. So this is same apparatus. By using this, we can calculate coefficient of viscosity. Resistance box, double dial resistance box, one-way key, two-way key, rheostat were arranged. Slotted weights, bar magnet, springs, vernier caliper were arranged. So knife edges and the lens holder were arranged there. The downs, the lens components are there, convex lens, concave lens, thermometer were arranged here. So this is hot plate, we can use it for heat the water. The same apparatus, potentiometer, battery eliminator and then resistance box. This is a diode characteristics apparatus. So by using this, we can learn about the forward and reverse bias of the diode. The same apparatus is a meter bridge. By using this, we can find out the unknown resistance of the given coil. So one more apparatus, transistor characteristics. By using this, we can learn about the characteristics study of a transistor. We have maintained a stock register for physics lab in which all the equipments were mentioned and entered. Thank you.
Now we are entering into our chemistry lab. She is Ms. Saranya, PGT Chemistry. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Namaste, I'm Saranya, MSc BA, handling secondary in Dobbs, and I have 13 years of experience in teaching. Experience always makes man perfect. So experiments should be carried out in the chemistry lab, and the children love to do it. And here, our lab is fully equipped with the apparatus and as well as chemicals. Let's see the apparatus which is being displayed here. So for higher secondary level, we have to do a volumetric analysis. We have a burette, pipette, conical flask, and a funnel, porcelain tile, and the burette stand. To carry out the volumetric analysis, quantitatively, we can use the setup, and for each table, the apparatus is being set up. And to make a standard solution, we have standard flask, measuring jar, wash bottle, beaker, test tube rods, pipette, and all has been set up. And the extra apparatus has been set up in the rack. And here, for secondary level, in order to know the solution is acidic or basic, we have litmus paper, and to know the pH of the solution, we have the pH papers, and to filter the solution, we use filter papers. So surplus has been kept in the rack. Apart from this, to know the qualitative analysis of the given salt in the high secondary level, we have test tubes, test tube holder, and brushes, spatula, test tube holder, glass rod, watch glass is being set up, and each rack consists of this setup. And other than this, extra things like burette, pipette, glass rod, tongs, funnel, watch glass, everything is being placed, and the reagent bottles are also set up. China dish and fillers, glass rod is being here. And here is a tripod stand with wire gas, and this is a measuring jar which is made up of plastic beans set separately. And then we have a different capacity beakers, that is 500 ml, 1 liter, 100 ml beakers are being set up. And we have Levy condenser. In order to show the distillation flask, we do have those apparatus. And wash bottle is being placed here, round bottom flask, split lamps, and conical flask, one hole rubber cork, double hole rubber cork is being placed here. And we have measuring jar which is made up of glass, 1 liter capacity and 250 ml capacity is being placed here. And standard flask of 1 liter, 500 ml, and this is a separating funnel is being placed here. And extra burette strands are also being placed here. And for each person, they can use a separate sink with a water resource. And we have split lamps, water bath, and we do have for high secondary, in order to do the chromatography techniques, we do have chromatography paper. And with all those things, we can move on to the chemical. So we have placed the chemicals in this, and I have arranged this in the order of A to B here, and we have in A series aluminium salts, ammonium salts, and some of the organic acid like acetic acid, and some of the organic compounds like acetone is being placed here. And in B series also we have barium sulfate, barium chloride, and I have placed some of the reagents like viscous reagent, magnesium reagent, and I had some indicators also being placed in the first rack. And in the second rack we have a series of chemicals like calcium carbonate, copper salts, and some of the metals like copper and ethyl alcohol. Up to that, E series is being placed here. And F2P I have just placed in this series, and S I have taken to the separate rack, and zinc salts are placed here, and organic compounds are also being placed here. And chromatography paper, pH papers, and filter paper are also being placed at the end. And to weigh the chemical compounds, we have spring balance, physical balance. We have physical balance, and apart in modern technique, we can even use a digital apparatus. And to grain the salt, I have mortar. And for high secondary level to teach, we have a periodic table chart too. And some of the concentrated acids which are harmful being placed separately in that portion, so that we insist the children to follow some of the instruction which is being placed in the school. Thank you. For chemistry lab, we use stock register to chemically separate and apparatus too. So here is a stock register. For chemicals, we maintain a separate stock register, and for apparatus we have.
this is lab 1 for secondary students. Here we have a login register. Those who are entered in this lab, they have to register in this register. And here we have a stock register for this lab. And in this lab we have 16 computers. And here we have a UPS and there is a switch. And all systems are connected with LAN.
Here we have the library and we have named the library as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Library. In block A we have seen the fixed library and this is our main library. Here we have two librarians, Miss Mary and Miss Padmavati. Ma'am, over to you please.
Here we kept gate entry register. Two register we kept here, one for teachers and one for student. Here this is our library computer where stocks of the books are maintained, and we also maintain manual library accession register. This is our newspaper corner. We are getting 5 newspapers. And this is our notice board where library rules and regulations, important days of a particular month, amazing facts are put up. And this is our magazine stand. Here we are keeping all our magazines. And this is our reference section. And this is our general books. And this is our collection of fairy tales. Then this is our religious collection. And we have a wide collection of English grammar, science, social and maths related books is also here. This is our comic section. And here drama, poetry, and we have a collection of Shakespeare books also. And these 2 racks, it is moral stories. And these 5 racks, it is general story books. This is our fiction section. And this is our biography section. We have a good collection of biographies also. And here it is Swami Vivekananda's and APJ Abdul Kalam's collection of books is also here. And this is the Hindi section. In this section, fiction and non-fiction books is also there. Hindi essays is also there. Then here is the new arrival section. After completing the entry of the new books, we will display all the new books here for 2 weeks. After that, we will keep all these books in the shelf. And this is a Tamil section. In this section, it includes all the general books, religious-based books, poetry, fiction and non-fiction books, essays and biographies also. This is our career guidance book. We are issuing this book to secondary students also. This is our reading room. We have a good collection of CDs also. We have maps and globes also. And this is the back volume rack of the magazines. We are keeping all the back volumes here. And all these shelves we are keeping the specimen copies for the reference of the teachers. This side also we keep the specimen copies for the reference.
Here we have 3 trophies. which is meant for the reading assessment winners. We are conducting reading assessment twice in a month for all the classes, and all the winners at the end of the year will be given these trophies. So this will be conducted by the English teachers along with the librarians. Here we have the work education room in which we have displayed all the materials to be used for cookery. Next to this, we have Scouts and Guides room. She is Ms. Preeti Mohana, District Training Commissioner of Coimbatore District, and she is taking care of Scouts and Guides in our school, and we have 4 units: Cubs, Bulbuls, Scouts and Guides. Thank you for watching the virtual tour of our school. Principal, Dobbs Public School. Thank you again.